Right. How is everybody doing out there? Thank you very much for joining the live stream today. Fantastic news today in relation to our precious metals. Silver in particular, we're going to be having a look at today. It's broken through three resistance levels, one which has been around since 2015. It's smashed through that level. We're going to look at the local resistance level and then also the higher resistance level that we'll be putting in place that it's broken through. So we're definitely going to be taking a look at that one. Jody. Hey, Silver Stanger, how you doing, man? You must be pretty chuffed with today's performance. Gold was up $32 today. We've had a crazy amount for silver today as well. Silver's up something like 66 cents or something like that. We're going to take a look at that. It's phenomenal. For those that got involved in platinum, which again I've always been bullish with platinum. Platinum's got a breakout as well. We're going to take a look at that. Although it has been higher before, but in relation to resistance and support, it's also looking fantastic. So it's a clear win for anyone who's had silver, gold, and platinum in the portfolio. I think you'd be smiling your way all the way to a nice dinner this evening. So we're going to take a look at silver, and I've got two articles. I'm not going to go into the articles too much today, just simply because it's been such an epic day for precious metals today. So we're definitely going to take a look at that. How are you doing, Silver Junkie? It's good to see you here again. Silver Junkie and Jody Rhodes, awesome. Doing great, Silver Limey 79. Fantastic, guys. Right, just a couple of things I just want to check through, so just give me a minute there. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. Let's have a look. What's interesting about the silver candle here as well, it looks like there's still more room for it to go up as well because it's at the top end. So we're also going to be looking at that momentarily. Right, well, we got 7 in the chat, so that's fantastic. Now, man, I'm with you on silver being 100, if not more. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a look at the bigger chart here in regards to the resistance level. So yesterday we were having a look at okay, this is our daily chart. First of all, we had our initial support here from last week when we had, that was the 31st of July when we had that sell-off, and then we slowly come around. Then we had our initial support level up here, which is held in place for these previous days. So we're still looking pretty good there. Well above our 20-day moving average, so we're looking awesome for higher highs. That's this yellow line here, so we're well above that, which is great. We're going to take a look at the 1 hourly as well on that now. So let's go and have a look at the 1 hour, and you'll see all the resistance lines are put in place here. Wow, silver and the 1 hour is just beautiful. Right, this was the resistance from this morning, which we broke through. This was early this morning, and then we had this massive candle up. Now, when I woke up, I was like, fantastic, we're at 1680. That's great. Which is, you know, it puts silver in a positive light because we've been in this sort of sideways trading movement for pretty much the last couple of weeks. So we haven't really moved up, and we haven't really moved further up. However, obviously, the good thing is we haven't really moved down. Then if we have a look at this morning's trading that carried on, and the next minute we just pushed on through. There's a resistance level here, which we're going to take a look at. This is a resistance level that's been in place since 2016, I believe. This is the high from 2016, and it's interlinked, and this is the major resistance here. And oddly enough, what happened is obviously there was a lot of buying and selling, and there was a lot of reaction around that resistance level because it is super important. However, what happened was we just plowed on through. And then what we had is we've also got another resistance line, which carries up here, which goes from the previous high to the previous high. And we started knocking on the door there as well earlier. I think it was about lunchtime. So it was interesting to see when we just pushed on through that again. I was like, what is going on? Silver is just looking so good. It's unbelievable. And, you know, I think I posted that community post as well. Guys, we're going to have $17 silver here. by the end of the day, at least looking at the way the charts were looking, because I was like, man, this looks super hot. And then it just kept going. And then we broke the 17, and now we're about 1710. I mean, it's unbelievable that this has actually happened, and especially in the way it's happened, because we had resistance here this morning, we had resistance here at lunchtime, and then we had resistance here in the afternoon, and we just smacked on right through it. It's just unbelievable that this has happened in such a short amount of time. And I'm going to show you that resistance level now. If we go to the weekly, oh, hang on, let me just, sorry, I've probably got too many screens open, so let's go on the weekly. I'll just give it a moment. Right, now check this out, guys. That is one super couple of candles for the previous week. So that was a month ago. Okay, then we had sideways movement for a couple of weeks, which is what I was talking about there, about us being in a tight range. Sorry, I'm going to make the screen a bit bigger for you. And then we had this huge candle. I mean, we still got like a couple of days left, which is great. That just popped on through this resistance line here. I mean, it's a major resistance that silver has broken through. And I mean, I've just got this feeling that if we powered on through those 3 resistance levels like a hot knife through butter, I mean, we're going to be on 1750 in absolute no time. So also, I'll show you what we're moving into. We're moving into a load of buying right now. It's going to be epic. Right, so let's take a look at this here. This is from the previous high. That was, there we go, July 2016. That's the resistance from July 2016. Essentially, I've broken it down initially and multiple times. We've always had a breakout at some point in regards to it. However, that was the previous high from 2016, guys. 2016. And we smashed through that resistance like a flipping sledgehammer. So let's go back. Sorry. It's like there's too much going on here for my laptop. Come on, jeez, this thing's so slow. So there's that resistance line all the way down here. Smack straight through it. Jeez, this is super slow, guys. Jeepers, this is like seriously annoying me. Right, let's go back on the hour then. Right, so we'll check the chat here quick. So guys, let's have a look. So we've got Wolf Stalkers just dropped in. We've got Coin Collectors here. Swiss Coin Roll Hunting is here. Obviously still Silver Stanger as well. Seduced by Silver also dropped in, which is great. So thanks for that. Seduced, Tay Silver Limey and Chad. I'm at work, so I can't chat, but I wanted to drop in and like and a smile. Fantastic. Love it. Just checking through the chat here. It's freaking awesome day, my friend. Absolutely. Jody Rhodes says he's calling $100 silver within 4 years. Laugh, but come on. Well, guys, we've broken through a fantastic level. We've come from the abyss of $14, and we're knocking on the door here of 18 at least. And I didn't show you the buying that we're moving into here based on previous performance. I'll show you guys that. I'll show you that too shortly. But it's just a phenomenal day. Coin Collector says it's funny, silver and gold are behaving like Bitcoin. It normally does, and Bitcoin is behaving like silver and gold. I know that's a chart we're also going to take a look at. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Jody Rhodes says he bought platinum this morning for the long game. Good man. I hope you bought. I hope you got a good deal on it. Sometimes the premiums can be a bit stiff. Silver Junkie says, all jokes aside, but I do believe we are on the verge of a big recession or depression. I think that is what this is riding on. as well. Jody Rose says 0 chance. We are in a new economic world. This is a lot bigger than the US interest rate. That is also a very good point. Economies are changing. Everyone's looking at. We've sort of moved a sort of paradigm shift, if you can call it that, in regards to economics. The way economics has been running for the last, I don't know, 11 years, and it looks like now things are starting to change. You've got more central banks buying into holding hard cash. I'm talking hard cash. I'm talking precious metals. It's like the paradigm shift of the old is gradually changing, and I just wonder how long this is going to keep going for, guys, because this is just phenomenal, man. Jody Rhodes says he bought platinum this morning. Of course, we went through that. I'm with you on that one, Silver Junkie. Swiss Corner Hunt says, wow, there are some heavy fluctuations. And then Jody Rhodes says, +1 on the depression. I thought you said heavy flatulence at first. Oh, Coin Collector saying hello. Jody Rhodes says it's done 4% rise on the day. It's been enormous, man. Just uploaded a cool piece of antique silver video. Awesome. We'll definitely check that out. Sledgehammer. Absolutely. Silver Stanger. It's a flipping sledgehammer, man. We just smacked on through that. I said, we will not let ourselves be beaten. Silver was like, sod you guys. I'm going straight for the jugular. Swiss Cornwall Hunting says, I came back from my holidays and did a Cornwall hunt with 2 American coin collectors. We found a valuable coin in a excellent condition and a 19th century coin. Wow, that sounds great there, Swiss Cornwall Hunting. Awesome, man. The global economic crisis is definitely coming, whether it's by the end of this year or in 5 years. We will be prepared with hard currency, not that fiat rubbish. Exactly. S&P, welcome. How are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Well, we're up to 13 on the live streams. Again, thanks. Thumbs up for that. For those that haven't hit the thumbs up button, it helps the channel. S&P says, love gold being at 1505. When I saw this, I think a little... Silver is turning on me too. I guess it's probably turned on a lot of people because, again, you've still got a lot of silver haters out there, man. And I tell you, when stuff like this happens, it'll change people's perspectives. Don't get me wrong. We can all sit down here saying, silver's rubbish. It's not moving. It's not doing anything. It's never done anything. Blah blah blah. And then all it takes is perception to change. I would say speculation, optimism, and the right frame of mind in regards to where they want to see direction for precious metals. And this is the result. I mean, it's unbelievable, guys. When I first got into stacking, I didn't see $17 silver. I was around the 15s, and it's been around that sort of level for quite some time. If we go back, which I'm going to take you guys to in a minute, I just want to run through the other precious metals and close those windows down because I think I've actually got too much stuff open here. In fact, I'm going to close that down. We don't need that. We don't need that. Bitcoin analysis, we're going to take a look at that as well. Sorry, back on silver. So $17.10. That's where we are at the minute. And man, it is looking beautiful. And even if you look at the weekly and you see how silver's performing over a weekly, it's something I haven't really shown much. But the weekly chart for silver, man, just looks fantastic. Even though we've had that 2 weeks consolidation, it's just bang. It's like a coiled spring ready to, as you consolidate more and more and more, eventually the spring sort of gets tighter and tighter before it goes bang. And that's exactly what happened today, except the spring had a sledgehammer attached to it and it just powered on through 3 resistance levels, guys. For those that are just joining me now, 3 resistance levels have been smashed. And we're well above our, 200-day moving average. We're right above it, which is great. Look at this, 20-day moving average, 1551. Guys, we are smoking. 50-day moving average, 1540. 100-day moving average, 1570. We've absolutely nailed it in regards to what's been done today. Anyway, so I just want to take you guys to see where our next area of buying is we're moving into. Yes, there is some degree of resistance at this level. As you can see, there has been some sell-offs. However, we do also have some buying. So these green candles here that we see, that is our buying. So we're moving into some of this territory However, we are also moving into some selling territory as well. So hopefully these buyers that were buying back here are now going to continually come back into the market and buy at these levels. I mean, look at this one here. We got this big candle up here to go up straight up to 1770. This was September 17. We've got another one here that went all the way up to 1750. We're moving into another candle that went all the way up here. Another candle moving up here, all the way up. That went smoking hot all the way up 1830. So we just need to get through this mixed area over here. So hopefully, with more buying coming into the market, hopefully you can get more volume in. We can, keep on going, and hopefully we can break through higher resistance levels. Okay, we're down to 8. Let's take a look. So S&P says Peter Bose. So Peter Bose, hey Peter Bose, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Sucker for Silver's here. That's fantastic. I am glad everyone is happy for $17 silver, but I watched it go to 49 before. That must have been something. Sucker for Silver, man. I didn't go through that period. Wolf Stalker says silver to 9. Well, like $9. Sucker for Silver, how long have you been in the precious metals game? And Blended Whiskey says, why are folks buying? Because, the moment you break through resistance, you're opening up into another area of buying. So when you've got this resistance level you broke through is now acting, the moment old resistance now acts as new support. So we've got this lovely support base to work off. And then if we have a look from our previous areas here, with the substantial buying, and obviously it's mixed because there's also substantial selling as well. But I mean, just look at these candles, man. These weekly candles are just sweet. I think that's one way to word it. You've probably got institutional, maybe institutional buyers also coming into the game as well, so not just traders now. Just don't forget, as we get higher and higher, right, what is going to happen is there's less volatility in the market, guys. So that means that silver prices will tend to stabilize. So that's what we need to do. We need to smash through higher, consolidate out, smash up higher again, consolidate some more, smash on up again, and then until we reach a certain level where we can be consistent in regards to the price of silver. Will Stoker say, okay, S&P says, I'm stacking diapers. Sucker for Silver says, I started when it was $3, man. Jeez. Man, that is fantastic. S&P says the reason for stacking diapers is because all these silver bugs are probably pooping. Because we're celebrating, buddy. Swiss Cornwall Hunting says, I'm stacking homework. I want to stack cheese. Ratio is still 88 to 1. That's because gold's been moving higher. We're going to have a look at the percentage gain. So again, it's guys, it's still going up. We had 1711 there. So let's move into the 1 hour again. And this time we're going to have a look at our new resistance levels and where we can see a further breakout. What we do have is we've got a really nice channel here moving straight up. So let's make a marker. We've got our new resistance level here. There. Right. So now take a look at this, guys. This was our old resistance level, obviously from the 5th of August, which we smashed through. Now, what happens with old resistance? What happens, guys? When you break through resistance, it becomes support. And what can we see here? We can see these wicks touching and moving up. So we've now created a new level of support. We also have this fantastic support line, which is all the way back from 2016 when we had our 2016 high. We broke through that. And again, what happens? That resistance is rock solid support, which is great. So it's going to give us enough momentum to keep moving higher because we've broken through this major resistance level. And then now all we can do is we can just measure out and see what angle we're gonna go at. Let's put another trend line in and see how this is going to work out. Let's try that again. That is a very tight range. Look at that, guys. So we could again be hitting up on another resistance level. We've got our resistance there. We can see the wick. Okay, and then we've tried to, and then we've had a bit of a sell-off here. And then we bounced off support, so we've gone back up again. And we're kind of hovering around the middle here. So again, if the more higher we get, then the more we can expect another breakout, which would be phenomenal. Let's have a look. Just going through the chat here, ratio still 88-1. Again, I'm not too concerned about that. Blended Whiskey said, waiting for gold to get higher before I jumped in. I mean, guys, I mean, the gold I have, I'm just blown away today. The gold I've had today, I've already made money on. I'm already in the green by quite a substantial amount, so I'm like super happy. Let's have a look. Jody says, blended whiskey, say you have a few million saved up. What would you put the cash? Where would you put the cash? Everything not real is going into cash, is going to crash. That's another reason why I'm not in stocks. I just think they're overinflated with overinflated fiat money. Silver Stanger says you always buy high and sell low. That was a slip of the tongue, man. You're never going to let me down on that one. S&P says silver keeps going up, and I'm going to pull out some fillings. I didn't think people actually have silver fillings. Sucker for Silver says, I wish I'd placed my silver order yesterday. Man, I tell you what, the bullion dealers must be over the moon in regards to what the prices they're going to get out now. They just keep getting their old silver out. Will Stalker says, Jody, you've put the million in real estate or real investments. You sound like a prepper. S&P says, would it be bad if I stripped for gold? I'm a little fatty though. Anyone think I can pull it off? Sucker for Silver says S&P is on a roll today. Blended Whiskey says I do have a few millions, but not in gold. Jody Rhodes says real estate. Who's going to pay more for it within 1 to 5 years? Lol. As for rent, America's broke. I think I'm going to buy some sheds. Apparently, that's S&P. Ben Frank, hey Ben, how you doing? Dow Jones keeps heading down. There you go. That's probably where the money's moving from. They're moving that money out of the frickin' stock market and into real money. Real money. Will Stoker says, Jody, apparently no one should hit you up for investment advice. Only Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge. Sorry, I've seen that Scrooge McDuck would put all his 1 million in silver. No investment. No investor would. I lost out on that Phoenix and Dragon coin, World Stalker. I just wasn't prepared to pay any more for it, man, because I don't know. I guess whoever was buying it probably wasn't paying the import charge. But the import charge, and I was adding postage, and I was like, you know what? I'll move on to something else. So what I did was I put an offer in on that EMU 2018 MS70. The guy came back with a counter offer. I said to him, look, this is the best I'm prepared to do. I'm going to try and get slabbed coins. I'm going to try and get graded coins if I can, but I'm going to try and see if I can get them at a low price first before I jump in. So I replied back to him and said, look, thanks very much, but no thanks. This is what I'm willing to do. So I might put another offer in and see if he accepts it. There's 2 days left on the auction, so who knows? He might just go, yeah, go on. Otherwise, he might not. Johnny Rhodes, I'm 90% in gold, man. Good for you. AU Concurrent says I sold a lot of silver over the last 2 weeks. Some at a loss, but I bought gold immediately. Very happy as gold has shot up even more. So what you've probably done there, AU Concurrents, is you've probably made your losses up with the gold that you bought. So good for you, man. S&P says, anyone here buy any little stacks silver IOUs? Asking because no one has bought mine. I swear it's not a pyramid scheme. I'm not really sure the story of those little stacks. We got Ben Franco G says silver market. Hopefully, yeah, and the arrow up, bull market, absolutely. Will Stalker says, yeah, you always find the good graded ones for cheap. I'm jealous. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm just going to try and get the stuff for cheap, man. I'm not going to go in there first. I'm going to have a look around and see if they're willing to make some deals on them. But I'm going to go back to that guy again and put another offer in and see if he accepts. Jody Rhodes says, everyone is thumbs up. So, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, please, if you would. Right, so here we go. We're going to leave silver for now. We're going to go and have a look at how fantastic gold is performing today, guys. Right, here we go. We've had a bit of a pullback, so we're 1,500. Oh, hang on, I'm going to refresh. $1,504 an ounce. Now, again, guys, we had our resistance that we spoke about yesterday. We had our support that we spoke about yesterday, and it looked like we were going to be heading that way. I think I said to you before we got to this line. I know you guys can't see it on the daily, but I said, "Oh, this looks like," because you could see the wicks were going up, and I was like, "It's only a matter of time before we, before we tip up." And of course, what happened this morning? I wake up, gold is at $1,489, man, and I was like, "You are freaking kidding me!" This is fantastic. So again, we've had an awesome breakout, and we're going to have another look in the hourly and see where we move from there. So here we go. Let's just check and see where the resistance is going to be where we are right now. So we'll probably move to a weekly as well, just to help speed things up. So gold at $1,504 an ounce. That's our weekly candle. I mean, just look at that, guys. We've come out of the freaking abyss over here. Look at that. Who would have thought, looking at a weekly chart, that we would have thought all the way back down here in October, maybe even September 18, that we were started to see this uptrend in regards to the way gold was sitting. And we were pretty much in a bull market from about December. If we have a look at where we are in relation to our 20-day moving average, we've maintained that. We went slightly down, but just below it. That was probably for about a month or so, and straight up, guys. Right, let's just see where we are with this resistance level now. So we're going to go and have a look where we are now. So we're moving into 2015 territory here, guys. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. That is nothing to worry about there. No resistance there. We've broken through that level there. That was in April of 2013. We're going to have another look on this side. Looking great. Okay, so here we go. We're moving into more buying, guys. This is great, especially for gold. So we've got buying here. Nice strong candle movements up. And we've got more buying there, and we've got more buying there as well. So this is a sweet spot for gold right now, because as we move up higher, guess what, guys? We're moving into more buying. It's a really, I don't know how to even say it. It's a fantastic place to be. 1550. I mean, we're going to move into a bit of selling, but more buying in this territory. So I don't know if that is going to negate this area here, but we could come into some resistance for gold at around the 1550 level. But it looks pretty sweet that we're going to pretty much get up to that level in no time. Sorry, just going to check the chat. Can we say 1,500 again, please? $1,500 gold. Let's have a check. Yeah, you're always finding good graded ones. Precious metal dealers are living the life right now. I'm sure APMEX are making 15% more on silver profit. Silver Stanger says, I have 3 of the 2018 silver emus, but not graded. I think they're a really nice piece. Were they introduced in 17 or were they introduced in 18? Just out of interest, if anyone knows. I think they were 18, if I'm not mistaken. S&P says, stack guns, ammo, food, water, silver. You sound like a bit of a prepper. Jody Rhodes says, can you? Yep, already did. $1,500 gold. Stanger is hot enough. Stanger, is it hot enough for you yet? S&P says, silver 79. Can you start pouring, please? You're my best friend, and I'll pay 2.5 grand for your first pour. Even if I got into pouring, man, there's not a chance in hell that I would charge that. World Stalker says, Stranger, sorry, I think it means Stanger. I have 3 2018s, 2019 era MS70s, man. That's fantastic. Were they introduced in 18 then? I suppose they probably were then. Blended Whiskey says, freaking crap, man. Lol, no need to be this hot. Central banks have lost control over precious metals. News is out. Everyone's buying. Blended Whiskey. Silver Stanger today, high 100, 102 tomorrow, 103. Well, it's going to be, looks like the temperatures are rocking there. Graham Stacker, man, how are you doing? Jeez, I've missed you. I've missed you this week. I hope all is well. I think you came in a little bit late on one of my live streams a couple of days back, but it's good to see you. Thanks so much. Silver Stanger says, "Yeah, I know. I get to work outside all day. Just catching up now. Coin Collector's back." Wolfstoker says, "Yeah, 2018, cool. So if I get that is first release, and I think it's got the special label. It's got the Sydney Opera House on it. So I might just go back to him later and up the ante." Silver Stanger says, "That's what I get for picking a construction career." Lol, blended whiskey. Graham Stacker saying hello there to Will Stalker. Blended whiskey, Stanger, I need your skills in Scottsdale. Silver Stanger says 2018 EMU was the first year. Awesome. Step Stacker, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. What a flipping day we are having here. Okay, so we're moving into more buying when it comes to gold. There isn't much resistance there. Maybe at 1550. So guys, if this if the buying continues, we are going to be cracking it. We're going to be smoking hot. Right, let's get into the hourly here. So let's have a look at see how gold is on the hourly. It's gone up to $1,506 an ounce of gold. I was chatting to a friend of mine earlier on today as well, and I was talking. We haven't seen each other for a while, so I was telling him what I'm into these days, and he said, "Gold, really? Oh, okay." So we may have got another guy interested in gold, so I'm happy about that. But I said to him, "Look, I can't give you any advice." Yeah, it's this is what I said to him. If you want to get in, look for the deals as close to spot as possible. Reduce the amount of risk that you're going to take just in case something does happen. However, these are the facts. This is what's happening. But it looks like we are hitting a bit of resistance here currently at the minute. So we need to really put the pressure on some buyers, get some more buyers in. However, guys, we're just looking fantastic here. That's when we were knocking on the door. That was this morning when I woke up. We were looking around here. That's when we touched there yesterday. I was like, "Oh, this is looking interesting." Sorry, day before yesterday. And then we just went smack-a-rooney straight through. And then we've created our support level here, which is in place. We're well above our moving averages. Gold, guys, is looking pretty damn sweet right now. Again, just be mindful buying at these high prices. Try and wait for the pullback. I always say to everybody, buy low, sell high. In the case of Silver Stanger, he might say the opposite, but that is generally my philosophy. If you can, even though everyone's probably fairly comfortable and the stackers are like, "Yeah, I'm just going to stack it at whatever price it is," guys, you can automatically increase your stack volume just by looking for those dips. Buy the dips, and literally you'll be able to hold them all. Hodl, as they say. Let's look at platinum, guys. Platinum as well is looking pretty sweet right now. We're $868 an ounce. We can have a look here. I haven't really tracked it. This was our breakout pattern that we had. That was literally this afternoon. I had a look this morning. I was like, "Oh, platinum's knocking on the door." And guys, again, we're going to have a look at the silver to platinum ratio because the price of silver's gone up. Platinum hasn't gone up that much. So let's take a look at the silver to platinum ratio and see if it has improved. It was currently at 52 an ounce. So let's see if it's improved. Okay, it's still currently 52. Those who say platinum is a good buy say aye. Let's take a look. We're going back into platinum here. So that's our daily there. We got massive wicks. There's our resistance trend line again. So we could be possibly heading for another breakout, and that is quite a big one. Let's have a look here. This one goes all the way back, and one thing you can spot in this. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna flipping ads are driving me mad. Let's have a look. Look at the 15-year platinum. It's going to pump soon, says Jody. Hit the like button if you've not done so. I bet your health babe's probably unloaded her silver today. She was probably the cause of that little hiccup when we were going up. But I'm sure she's dropped her silver. She's like, "Yep, 1710. I'll take that. Thank you very much." or is she going to hold on just a little bit longer? I wonder. Health Babe, what do you think? Pump, 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 or dump, dump, dump? Let's have a look. Sorry, just catching up to everyone here to make sure. Stacker says couldn't wait to get in here to see what you said about all the action. You're welcome to check the playback, man. And we're rocking today. We are rocking. I mean, we've got 17 in the live stream, which is great. Health Babe says, yeah, Silver Limey 79. And remember, Health Babe, you were talking yesterday. And guys, what did I say about predictions? I asked you guys 2 days ago. I said predictions, please. Where do you think silver's going to end at the end of the week? I came in with 1680. Silver Street came in with what did he say? What was it? 1660, I believe, or was it? Yeah, I think it was 1660. Health Babe said 1640, or was it 1640? Or was it 1660? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Silver Street said 1660. I said 1680. Andre G said 1640. Health Babe said 1640 as well. And guys, where are we today? We're just looking fabulous, man. Yeah, Silver Limey and all. It's such movement within 24 hours. Finally, Silver's broke the 1650 and reached $17. Graham Stacker says, I had some really bad stuff happen. Lost my contract, but back on track now. Cool. Sorry to hear about that little slip up. Seduced by Silver says, my silver spreadsheet looks happy, but I'm sad prices have gone up. No, the price has gone up is a good thing, and I mean this from a perspective of volatility, for future volatility. And Step Sacker says, I couldn't wait to get in here. Obviously, just checking through, everyone saying hello to each other. Missed you guys, said Graham Stacker. Health Babe. Blended Whiskey says, picked up another half ounce for 32 under spot last night. MS70, fantastic, man. Jody Rhodes says, look at the 15-year platinum, and it's going to pump soon. Will Stalker, I need to learn more about pre-33 gold. Jody Rhodes having a good laugh there. Health Babe says, not yet. I will when it gets to a certain point. So she's still holding, man. I mean, this is from when we were at the 15 level and 16 level. Man, we've gone up $1. Let's have a look. Silver Sucker for Silver says, I think she was waiting for 18. Man, I tell you what, if you'd looked like 6 months ago, you would have thought 18 wouldn't have happened this year. Guys, we could well be seeing an $18 silver by the end of the year, and maybe even sooner, based on what the action I'm seeing on these charts here. Blended Whiskey said my cryptos took a dump. I know, Blended. I got out of Bitcoin yesterday, man. I saw that dump happening yesterday, and I posted a community post. I think a couple of guys saw it. I was watching that line. The moment it fell below its, I think, the 50-day moving average, I said, right, that's it. That is my sell zone. And what happened was we went all the way down to 11.3. But even still, we went up now. I'll tell you what, we're not going to discuss it now, but we'll have a look at the chart. And I just knew something didn't smell right. Because even with this pump now, I was like, this is probably going to be a bear flag straight away. Because you've got the guys trying to create liquidity. Everyone's getting in. Everyone's putting the money in. And what happens? We have another dump. I'm just very skeptical for putting money in right now until I see my lower lows for Bitcoin right now. But hell, I took some profit yesterday, so I'm happy about that. But my other cryptos are taking a battering. Health Babe says, you are right about that. I've spoken about numerous things. I'm not really sure. I was saying about 1650, not 1640. There you go, Health Babe. Jody Rhodes says, my dealer told me someone sold £1 million worth of gold last month. They're gutted. Jeez. That'd be one heck of a turnaround, man. I mean, literally, it's gone up $100. Sorry, it's gone up. Well, I'm not sure what that is in pounds. Blended Whiskey says, yeah, my dealer got picked up by the DEA. Oh, my God. Sorry. Jeez. Will Stoker says, my dealer is holding into his weed until higher prices. RPM Limited, man, how you doing? Good to see you. We've also got Stephen Heath, man. How you doing? We shall not be known henceforth as Silver Cities. Let everyone know that Silver came back with an almighty hammer straight through resistance levels after resistance levels, guys. We told all those people, all the silver haters out there, we flipping well showed them exactly what silver can do. Let's have a look. My dealer is holding on to it. There we go. Sorry. RPM says Fear Porn was drums in the news have moved prices today, I suspect. Oh, Fear. Oh, right. Fear News. Jody Rhodes says more. Sucker for Silver. Limey's still hanging on to his. Oh, man. I wouldn't even go. Don't even go there, man. Sucker for Silver. Again, I haven't got much in regards to those coins, but I honestly expected more from Litecoin. But yeah, I probably should have dropped it, but I didn't. Blended Whiskey says my crypto strategy was brilliant. Was I wrong? I don't know what your strategy is, Blended Whiskey. We're up to 21 in the live stream, guys. This is fantastic. Again, a big thank you. Thank you very much. It's an awesome day today to have everyone here, even listening. For those that haven't put the messages in the chat. So again, thank you for that. Hit the like, the thumbs up. Hit the like button, guys. And also, while you're here, make sure the notification bell has. They've recently changed the notification bell, so just make sure it's on. I think it's all or something like that, because you get 3 settings. You get none, you get personalized, and then you get everything, I believe. So just make sure it's on everything, so you don't miss out on any news or even my live streams. So just make sure the notification bell's set at maximum. It's like maximum warp from Star Trek. World Stalker says we don't know your strategy, Blended. Mellow Stacker, man, how you doing? Crazy jump today, absolutely mad, my friend. RPM says in great thank you, Silver Limey. Tell Corn. Grab Stacker says yeah, silver is the new bull, man. Seduced by silver. There's one. He's got silver. It's got silver to heart. Silver Limey. Seduced by silver. What about Stephen Heath? Maybe you can put some silver in there as well. Actually, he's got EPNS. Coin Collector. DB Stupid says gold breaks 1500. Silver Limey viewership doubles. 22 watching, only 16 likes. Hit that, let's smash it, guys. Silver Junkie, I'm back. Silver keeps going up. I know we need to go and check the chart. We're going to move into platinum here quickly. Okay, this is platinum on the hour, and boy, is it looking pretty damn sweet as well. Sucker for Silver says shitcoin's name was used in Congress in the US, so you can say it now, Limey. Yes, indeed it was. DB Stupid says I'm not feeling so stupid buying those 3 ounce AU, the 3 ounces of is that? Are you talking gold or silver there, DB Stupid? Are you a Star Trek fan? I just made that up, man. I don't watch Star Trek. I did like the Next Generation ones, the Picard ones. They were pretty good, and even the newer ones aren't that bad. DB Stupid says average price with promo $13.38. Man, that is a smashing price. World Stalker. I'm waiting for Corn's silver hating video. You know, it's days like this where the silver haters will be silent, because what can they say? What can they say? Hey, like everything's up. Like we got platinum up, we got gold up, we got silver up. The whole precious metal market is up. Like who can actually turn around and say anything bad? Step Stagger says marijuana is $400 an ounce. Still a bad investment. I thought quit working and play here instead. Yeah. Tell the boss you're going on an extended break there, Health Babe. Tell him gold's hit $1,500. He probably won't know what you're talking about. But and just say to him silver is currently at $17 an ounce, you know, and say it to him as like you're in surprised. Let's see what his reaction is. In fact, 17.50, guys, 17.15 is the price for silver right now. And guys, we are knocking on the door again to break this resistance level. Man, it's mad. It is absolutely mad. Right, gold 1,502. We're having a bit of an adjustment there. Let's have a look. Platinum also having a slight adjustment, but silver's powering on through. Health Babe, I put everything on hold. Happy to see gain on my gold stocks. There you go. Mellow Stacker says that gold rises fast. Will you sell gold, buy silver, and then later sell for gold? To be honest with you, I will probably not be buying gold. I'm currently holding my gold that I have. I might consider you know, swapping some silver for some gold, maybe, just to reduce the amount of flipping stack of like silver. I'm not saying I got loads, but I'm just saying it's like it's bulksome, you know, to actually have. You know, it's like it's difficult to try and maintain it. Whereas gold, you're able, it's a bit more manageable pieces, or even platinum as well. Damn, I wanted to go buy silver today, said Graham Stacker. Step Stacker says medical grade. Right, let's take a look. So what are we looking at? Okay, we're having bits. Okay, there's lots of buying and selling right now at these levels, and then we're knocking on the door again for further resistance here of this moving average here. So guys, it's platinum is just smoking hot as well. We're going to take a look. It's not as hot as silver though. I'll give it that. So let's work off previous high. There we go. And then we're going to work off a previous low, which was this here, 844. Okay, so wow, check that out, guys. We are in a super tight range right now. You know what that means? What does this look like to you guys? Tell me what you see. If it's such a tight angle, I mean, look at that. We're like straight up there. One of two things is going to happen. We're either going to have a breakout, which means more movement to the upside, or we're going to have a breakdown, which means that we're going to have a breakdown out of this support level, because this is currently support. If you look at it there, it's consistently support all the way up, and it's a very narrow range. So even if we have a look at, let's see, what we might be able to move this one over here. Okay, we're going to move that one there, so it may not be as narrow as thought. However, it's still pretty narrow. Look at that. That is super tight. So yeah, we'll come back and have a look at platinum. Gold is holding in there at 1500, so there is some selling pressure. Guess which metal is nowhere today? Palladium. Palladium is seeing a bit of a decline here, guys. We're below our moving averages here on the hourly as well. We're even below our 20-day moving average. However, what tends to happen is we tend to trade underneath and then push on through. So we might be looking for further support. Again, it looks like there's a bit of a sell-off here as well. You've got a low of 1395. So again, those wicks are really going down. They're really putting pressure on support. So we can see there 1395. It's broken through 1400 before. So are we starting to see a pullback for Palladium? Excuse me. Are we starting to see a pullback for Palladium? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But there's tough resistance here. This 100-day moving average is very, very strong. We can see it there. It's touching there, not breaking through, touching there, not breaking through, touching there, not breaking through. And touching there and not breaking through either. So again, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Platinum again looking pretty good. We're going to go into crypto in a minute. Let's go back to silver. Silver's super hot, guys. There we go. We are seeing some buying and selling pressure. We're currently at 1714 as of right now. Right. We're up to 21 in the chat. Step Stacker says, I presume mean silver there. It says server will hit $20, but I presume that was silver. That's probably autocorrect. Nothing drives me mad like autocorrect does. Thursday next week, he said, gentleman's bet. Wow, he's betting next week, man. Hey, Step Stacker. Jody Rhodes says, what's going to happen with the currencies? War has started with Chinese and the US and the EU. I know, it's mad. Trade wars, tariffs. Oh, man, it's absolutely insane. DB Stupid says, I think it may take some pressure off flight to safety. US stock markets may heat up again. Right now, I think they are letting the market cool a bit so it doesn't flag. It doesn't flagpole. Valley Hunter, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you as well. What's up there, Limey? No, I'm good, thanks, and yourself. Let's have a look. We got Coin Collector there having a good laugh as well. Was it if it wasn't for the burn ban, I'd be outside burning that useless paper money. Guys, don't forget, fiat is still a necessary evil that we need to use daily. So until something else replaces it, we've got no choice but to keep it. And trading pairs, don't forget, gold's priced in dollars, silver's priced in dollars, platinum's priced in dollars. Oil's priced in dollars. Everything is priced in US dollars. Even when you look at the biggest pairs for cryptocurrencies, everything is dollar based. You've got Bitcoin dollar, Litecoin dollar, Ethereum dollar. They're some of the biggest trading pairs. So regardless, fiat money is necessary. We all need to use it from day to day. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Silver Wolverine. So silver's going up, up, up. Man, Silver Wolverine, how you doing? The pro silver man. Let's have a look with silver in his name as well. Silver Limey, Silver Wolverine, sucker for silver. Let's have a look. Where else? Who else has got silver? We've got Seduced by Silver. Let's have a look. See, so we're not looking too bad. Let's have a look. Jody Rose says Facebook's been told to STFU with Libra. Oh, really? That's hilarious. You concur, says Jody Rhodes. I agree about Brexit. I'm holding my gold until after Brexit, no matter what the price goes to. Coin Collector says, no, I am not. Lol. Excuse me, sorry, I've got a bit of a... Just give me 1 minute here, guys. Just need to... I'll be right back. Just gonna blow my nose quick, sorry, apologies. Right, I'm back, everybody. Let's take a look through. So where do we go from here in regards to where we see silver prices? Well, we're currently on the top end of the scale here. So we're up on this side here. We're knocking on the door of this resistance level. So again, it's just a matter of time before we power on through up to 1740, 1750. Looking at here, I don't know if we're going to consolidate out first, but we're certainly primed for another move in the upward trajectory. So again, this is our resistance level here, and then there's our support. Our support's holding. We're way above support currently at the minute, so we're looking pretty good. We might see some form of pullback. We've gone up exceptionally today, guys, in regards to it. So, we have had a fair bit of selling a few hours back. However, there's nothing stopping it from adjusting again. So we're definitely going to take a look at that. So let's have a look. Step Stacker says, I just bought a small handful of beautiful 1880 Morgans. $13 a piece, man. That's great, because I think spots or melt value in them is probably around $12.50. So I think you did well there. Hey, I watched your video there when you polished that Morgan as well. It's a pretty good job, man. I was very impressed when with that polishing you did. DB Stupid says all angles look positive for gold to do well. I think we will have a melt up. The magnitude of the next wave of printing will end the game crazy. Again, it's more that they've realized that, and the problem is they're in this fix, or the situation where they've been doing this for such a long time now. It's difficult to get out of it. So either the markets have just got to adjust naturally to the way things, and that's probably the reason as well why precious metals are probably more favored. Also, you've got a lot more institutions looking at gold and silver. More central banks are taking in gold as well. I don't know what the breakdown is. Someone asked me if the central banks were also stacking the precious metals. I'm definitely going to look into that. I think it's something worth looking at. Health Babe says it needs to test next level at $19. Man, I tell you what, $20 silver, all of us are going to be extremely happy. DB Stupid says it's anybody's guess how fast this candle burns and how bad it gets. Well, again, all we need is the bulls to keep chipping away. Currently, if you have a look at it, the bulls are still in control. However, if you look at gold, on the other hand, we're seeing more red candles currently. However, the wicks are still there. It's still looking pretty good. It's in the middle there, the candle. So we're on the upper end of the of the scale here. We're going to have to put a new resistance line in shortly. So we're going to take another look at that. Coin Collector says, I'm up like 1K over the last 3 months. Jeez. Good man. Coinsense Nonsense. Hello, Silver Lonely 79, Health Babe, and everyone. I'm working, so I can't really interact, and we'll try to listen in. Have fun, everyone. Well, thanks, Coinsense Nonsense. Great to be here. We've got 22 people on the live stream, guys. Really, thumbs up, and thank you. Jody Rhodes says, I don't want to say, even from last week, it's a stupid number. Step Stacker says, I don't know the quality, but it's really damn good. All the details are present. That is in regards to his Morgan. So if you haven't seen Step Stacker's Morgan, where he cleaned that Morgan, well, check it out. Obviously, click on his channel and check that out. Conflict says Russian and Chinese central banks are stacking loads of gold. I know, yeah, I've done various articles in regards to that, and I've read through them. I think they've obviously they're stepping that matching up and buying more. Jody Rhodes says gold does dip every day as the time zones shift to the next exchange. Good. That's true, because obviously one closes, another one opens. However, hopefully we've got this sort of action going that everyone's been buying, so everyone's buying again, and so on and so on. But I mean, we're in fantastic zone at the minute at 17.14, guys. It's really tip top. DB Stupid says, Health, I'm not thrilled with the clock running out on the hedge building plan. I am 22 ounces short of my goal. It's going to get tough to complete. I may not need to just stack cash. Cogler says, you are correct. They are buying gold like no future. Loads of it. Silver Junkie says, Russia's also stacking loads of silver. I haven't checked in regards to the disparity, but in regards to the percentages between the precious metals that they're stacking. But Sal had an interesting video there when I think he said one of the institutions said that people should look at buying silver. They recommended people buy silver, not gold. I didn't check that video out, but it certainly looks interesting. For those that did, put your comments in there if you saw that video from Sal. Will Stalker says, DB, isn't there a better long-term investment than cash and hope, or you're a prepper stacker? That's interesting, World Stalker. I will need to recalculate to sell enough to cover my cost base. The rest of them will be free ride. Or Health Babe as well, your gold investments, because you said you'd made, before we've had this pump now, in regards to gold, you said that you had pretty much made up your losses on silver with the gold that you had. Obviously, with this, has even made it even sweeter for you. Would that be correct? Jody Rhodes says, Silver Junkie, that was my thoughts too. But there's little info online. Wow, we're up to 25, guys. Thank you again. We're up to 27. This is great. Right, we're going to have a look at, we've gone through Palladium. I'm going to close the Palladium off. We've already been through that one. Just to free up a bit. I'm obviously suffering here memory-wise. Not my memory sound. I'm talking the memory on my computer. For those that are thinking that. Anyway, so let's look at, I'm going to come back to precious metals. We're going to have a look at Bitcoin, guys. Right, yesterday we had an interesting session. I put a community post in when I saw that dump. Essentially what I did was I held out as long as I could. Oh, wow, look at that. We had a drop all the way back down to 11,393, which was interesting. I was when I started the live stream, we were up here in the green. Interesting that we keep seeing these long wicks. And I said to you guys in yesterday's video, I said if there was going to be some kind of pullback, this would probably be a good area to look at. However, if it broke through that, then we were looking at the 200-day moving average. And I'd actually set a buy, I wouldn't say a buy order, I'd set an order to buy at 10.9. However, we didn't come close to that because I really thought this is back at the beginning of this pump here. We would probably get back into another momentum cycle and start moving up. Instead, what we've done is we went as low as this level here. This support held. You can see it there. It's held twice. It went down as low as 11.2. And then we had, let's say, this false flag. To me, it straight away I was like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get in at these levels. I saw us getting below this support here, and I thought, well, this looks like trouble. And what happened? We did have this sell-off here. Now, I initially wasn't sure what the extent of the sell-off was going to be. However, what we have is we haven't had a double top as yet, which is interesting. So that leaves room for when we get up again, up to this level here, we might get a double top and then an immediate dump. So again, just be cautious if you're getting into Bitcoin. I've always said to everybody, get in as low as you possibly can. Do not chase it. I mean, essentially, when I was out this afternoon, I had a look at Bitcoin. We were in 12, and I thought, wow, that's bad. We sort of went all the way. We sort of rebounded all the way up here. We've broke through that resistance level because we went slumped back into it, mainly because of this here. So we were back into this wedge channel, and then we were pushing up higher. We then sort of broke through this resistance level, couldn't maintain it, and the volume just really showed its colors here. And that was why I didn't want to get in yesterday after I'd sold off. So I still haven't gone in yet. I'm going to wait for a lower low, or at least until there's more volume coming into the market. But the volume here is just too low to try and play with. And also, I'll be getting in high at the minute, and I'll be opening myself up to potential losses. So again, I'm not going to be buying at these prices. I really need to see a lower low, ideally. However, we do have a support line, which now seems to be intact. So we've got support here, the old resistance. Obviously, resistance then becomes new support. So that's exactly where our support line is here. There's a nice green candle there forming. Looks like we're going to pump, but again, I just don't trust it. Always have a look at the volume, guys. The volume tells the truth. Right. Okay. So just going to check here. Yes, my gold portfolio is significantly gained while my silver is still underwater. Well, I'm sure the level of water is probably dropping, I presume. Jody Rhodes says, you think the dollar is going to get stronger? I don't know. I wouldn't want to speculate on that. Step Stacker says, I just checked, Melters at 13.27. I paid undervalue. Nice. Bitcoin is just waiting for the next whale dump. I've lost a little faith. I know what you mean, Jody. I'm in the same boat. It's happened before when we hit this level here. Again, I wish I'd actually sold at that level. But essentially, I should have seen that there was low volume happening, and I should have sold there. The key is the volume. The moment there's low volume, especially when you've had a good spike like this, there should be more movement. And the moment there isn't, again, one or two things are going to happen. Low volume, dump, or you're going to have more volume coming and push it higher. However, this is a mega resistance level zone. So when I mean mega, it is pretty hard to get through here. 12.3, and I mean, we're up down to between 12 and 12.3. That is a tough resistance level to try and get through. It's attempted there, failed all the way down, and it's attempted here, down again. However, it's been pulled up. But again, I'm very cautious in regards to this this candle. Again, yes, we had a very nice low drop all the way down to 11,377. It's probably something, if you're thinking of shorting, try and buy at the lowest level possible. Now, again, obviously do your own research in regards to how you foresee charts. You might see charts differently to the way I do. You might think, yeah, that's a great opportunity to buy in. And what happens there is yes, you bought in at 11,390. And we're now up at 11,760. So you would have gained another $400 just for that move, and then you could have offloaded it. So I don't know your strategy. Essentially, I can only show you what I'm doing. Jesus, we're up to 30. Man, this is great, guys. Thank you again. Hit the like button. This is great stuff. Jody Rhodes, Graham Stack, 70% of my stack was bought in the $14 to $15 range. I'm starting to make some money on my silver investment. Good for you. Awesome, Graham. Awesome, buddy. Will Stalker says, how come there are no gold pouring channels? That would be more interesting. Probably because it costs so much, Will Stalker. It's easy to pour silver and copper. It'd be a very expensive hobby for someone to pour gold, although I suppose you just keep melting the same gold. I suppose you could make your own pours and literally just remelt it after every pour. DB Stupid says, I think we will see a bad recession. Cash position buys me time to service my mortgage. I like my home. Good long-term hold. Ideal Ideal would be not to sell gold to stay afloat. I wanted to stack more gold at the lower prices. If this runs, I'm priced out. Step Saga says, yes, Sullivan Metals, Wells Fargo. There you go. Buy silver, not gold. Will Stalker says, DB, maybe you could start panning a creek. There's always that. There's always that option. Yeah, true. Jody Rhodes says, I'll buy silver. Just had a text. Fresh silver, guava, kush cookies. And Crime says, nonsense. Hey, Silver Limey 79. We may be in for a value jump on gold Libertads. Big heist report at the Mexican Mint. Wow, no ways. 1,500 gold coins. Jeez, that was very brazen of them to do that. DB Stupid says, well, Stalker, I will, if we see a massive recession and run up gold price. I'm a smart. I've been having garage sales right now and getting rid of stuff. Awesome. That's not the doorbell. Value Hunter says there are a couple of gold pouring channels. Okay, there you go. So there are. Not that I know of. Will Stalker says I'm more optimistic. I guess. I think he had a question there. Oh, Will Stalker was asking in regards to who the gold pouring channels are. Oh, there we go. Will Stalker, what is your take on the Queen Anne Revenge from Tuvalu? That was that coin we were talking about. Health Babes, Jody Rhodes, if you're not happy since both of them, try to save face. Stephen Heath says on calling. On calling. Jody Rhodes, exactly. DB Stupid says, when I started buying gold, my thought was buy it now while we can. If gold runs, we are all priced out. Then we've got to look at fractional. And then eventually, when you get up to ridiculous amounts of gold, everyone's going to be going onto apps and buying fractional gold, like 25th of an ounce and all this kind of stuff, and 30th of an ounce. That'll turn into Bitcoin. If gold runs, yeah, we're all priced out. Silver Mac, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Sup, Limey, just got here. What's your take, bros? Buy silver or gold? Now. I tell you what, man, I'd be very because the prices for both these are at a high. So first of all, for my side of things, I'm not going to be buying anything at these prices right now. I'd be waiting for the dip. I always say, everyone, buy the dip, because that is essentially where the value is. So even if we see some sort of retracement down, again, it gives you opportunity to get in now. And then based on this chart here, all we've seen is just upward movement momentum. Again, we're on the upper side of the, we're on the upside here, heading towards further resistance here. So again, we're either going to do sideways consolidation or slowly move down, have a bit of a retracement, maybe down to the 17 level, and then slowly build up onto it, or keep on going. Who knows what the momentum is? There's great news out there currently. I would just be careful buying at these prices currently. Just wait for the dips. You can't go wrong buying at the dips, because effectively you're buying higher than what you're buying now. Buy clever, everybody. Jody Rhodes says, come on, Iran. I'm a bit of crazy now. Will help us all. Well, Iran is actually, did you hear about that? They're going to be legalizing Bitcoin farming. They're just putting through the necessary changes constitutionally wise, or the government rules in regards to it. But essentially they want to start mining crypto legally from that perspective, because it obviously bypasses the US dollar for them. If they can do a crypto, then effectively they don't need the US dollar to do any transactions anymore. And Iran is developing this. You can even Google that stuff, man. So Mac, oh yeah, there we go. That's my take on that, my friend. Will Stalker says value. I don't love it, and besides old coins, I don't usually go for one-offs. I like a series like koalas and peace dollars. Stephen Heath says Avon calling rather. DB Stupid says fractionals have horrible premiums. Well, eventually, when the price gets up so high that the premium, especially when it comes to a digital format of having, and I know I think the Perth Mint is one, they've got a digital app where you can buy fractions of real gold. They store it. Obviously, you'd have to get over that, you don't hold it kind of thing. But literally, you can buy smaller amounts of gold, like you can buy like $20 worth of gold if you wanted to. And then if you want to, you can arrange to go and get it. Or they can, I'm not sure about them sending it to you, but I know it's possible for them to do that. Jody Rhodes says, this might be a dip, says Jody. Value Hunter, in other words, even if it's a sweet coin, I'm holding mine until retirement, and I don't need ones that people forget and are hard to sell. Silvermax says, that's what I've done to buy the dip. Picked up 10 piece dollars for 15 each on Monday. Went to buy gold from eBay bucks, 650 on the spot. Great stuff there, Silvermax, man. That is fantastic. There you go. That is that is smart. That's a smart way to do it. Also, the melt value for piece dollars, I think, is what is it? What, $12.50 or $13? I don't know. You'd have to like me with regards to the melt value there. And then, of course, he bought gold at 650 on the spot. Great stuff. Johnny Rhodes says this book, Bitcoin killed my American. Silver Max says it was a nice debate until the name calling started. Not from you, but others. I don't have time for that 2-year-old talk. What is going on, guys? Just remember to respect one another in the chat. Silver Max says, "Hey, Stephen. Woolstalker is a series coin, first in the series, Perth minted, 15,000. So, Mac, did you find that all gold below spot dried up as the E-Bucks promo? I'm sure it did. I saw things sell out and then relist. Was busy buying at the time. I was on the fence. Value, they said it would be a series. So Max says, I feel like I've been dipped in hot water right now. I'm so freaking on. Apparently the weather there's phenomenal, man. It's very cool here in Ireland today. Health Babe says melt for piece dollar is about 13.22. Okay, cool. But I'm sure that probably there's an numismatic value to it as well. So you've probably done okay there. Silvermax says, "Help, babe." Yes, I did dry up sure fast. I was so slow on the draw. World Stalker. They don't normally tell you if it'll be a series. Even when I talk to them directly, they wouldn't tell me if the emus and swans will continue. Well, they've already had two. They've had three swans and they've had 2 emus. So more than likely there has to be. Right. Let's just double check on things. Right, silver guys. Silver's moving. Keep moving. 17.16. $17.16. That's exactly what we're looking at. 17.14. 17.15. There you go. Gold is 15.03 currently at the minute. Right, I'm going to get back to Bitcoin here, guys. Okay, here we go. Right. So is another assault underway to break the 12.3 level? Well, there's always a chance. They're going to, obviously, whoever's. But are we going to have the same repeat result? Well, generally, if it's happened before, it's more than likely going to happen again. So again, are the suckers out there? Sorry, just waiting for this to refresh. Right, so are the guys out there just going to jump in with the market, or they're going to wait for the pullback? Again, always look at the volume. The volume is the key to seeing which way this is more than likely going to go. Right. Okay. So we're sort of stuck here. 11,770 at the minute. It would certainly be nice for me if it were to break down lower. I'd certainly like it about 10.8, 10,990. Again, we're in this sort of descending channel over here now, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. But I wonder if we'll make another break for it. We'll keep our eyes open on that one. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin. Right, we're back above 90, which is great. I think, to be honest with it, I mean, 90. Yep, there's our support line. So we had our resistance initially. We sort of didn't really break out. So from Litecoin's perspective, it's just sort of gone sideways. It hasn't really done either, really. It's sort of, yes, it's broke out of this pattern, but it hasn't gone punched its way up. So we've done sort of a sideways maneuver here, and we saw a bit of buying there. We're still under our moving averages here, so again, we're in still a bit of a bear trend currently. We've bounced off support here. We went as low as, what was it, 87, 88. We've gone back up, more buying orders have come in. And again, looks like we may have some more selling here, back at 90. Yeah, so we are in a bit of a bear trend currently for Litecoin. Right, so there you go. That's in place. Again, let's just check Bitcoin out, seeing what's happening. Nothing's happening there. Look at that, no volume. Oh. Right, there we go. If you look here on the right, in case you guys go to TradingView, it's a awesome site to see how things are trading. You know, so give you a bit of an idea on how the traders are working. If you have a look here, you've got the price, you've got the trade in blue, and you've got the sell. So you've got the buy, and then you've got the sell. So buy, someone's looking at buying at 11,734. So obviously when it gets down to 11,734, then he obviously buys. It'll give you an idea on where people are trading. You'll see these two things here, that you got the buy and the sell. That moves and fluctuates between up and down. The technical analysis still says it's a good buy. Let's take a look at this one, guys. And I know some people have spoken about this before, but let's take a look at it. This is an article here. It says, which is the better buy, gold or Bitcoin? Okay, this is published today, so this was a few hours back. Health Babe says, most of silver are 90%. Help offset my loss. If you remember my video at the beginning of this year, I talked about that. Silvermax says, I don't buy a lot of high premium silver except poured stuff. I'm about 2.5 grand ahead on my actual silver stack at this time, and that's if I sold it all for spot, which that was at about 15.50 an ounce. Good man, Silvermax. Jeez, man, you're doing really well. Value, I'll check out more. Oh, that's in regards to the Rwanda Nordic. I'm still waiting for my Rwanda Nordical MS70 to come through. Really looking forward to that. I am a sucker since my silver is still underwater. But again, that water line is receding a bit, isn't it, Health Babe? Yes, indeed. I usually get great deals at my LCS and Coin Club. Picked up 2 10-ounce John Matthew bars. They're really nice, then. I wanted to try and get some of them when I first started getting into it. Silver Streak. Man, Silver Streak, how you doing? I was just going on in regards to your silver prediction by the end of the week. You remember what you said? I think it was 1650 or 1660. Silver Streak. Well, way above that, my friend. Will Stalker said they don't normally tell you if there'll be a series. So okay, it looks like I've caught up there. Donald in New Mexico. Man, how are you doing, Donald? Fantastic day. Okay, let's check this out. This is an interesting article. It says Bitcoin versus gold. Which is the better safe haven right now? Guys, let me know in the chat which one you think is better, gold or Bitcoin. Although some could say Bitcoin is digital gold. Just straight out between the two, you've got Bitcoin currently priced at $11,754, and you've got gold currently priced at $1,502 an ounce. So guys, just let me know. The heck is this thing? Okay, there we go. Let me know in the chat. Silver Streak, yeah, great here, man. I was happy to see that increase this morning. I know, yeah, I was ecstatic, man. And we just kept pumping. We just kept going. The silver I got yesterday was 67 an ounce. Oh man, let's have a look. So, okay, so the recent market volatility and fears over a potential currency war between the US and China have investors looking for safe place to stash their cash while they wait out a period of uncertainty. Excuse me. Traditionally, gold has been a popular safe haven for investors, but some cryptocurrency traders point to Bitcoin's recent gains as evidence that this is now the best alternative to stocks and US dollar. Another reason why I don't buy stocks, I've always said this, overinflated and overinflated with fiat. I would prefer to buy cryptocurrency any other day except over stocks. Again, that's just my opinion, though I'm sure there are loads in the chat there that might see otherwise. They like their stocks. The correlation matrix so far in 2019, the S&P 500, gold, the US dollar, and Bitcoin have all been performing relatively well. Even after the recent sell-off, The SPDR and the SP 500 EFT Trust is up 14.3% to date. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is up 0.47%. Is up 284.6%. The SPDR Gold Trust, obviously the stock is up 2.3, is up 16.6%, and the Investo DB US dollar bullish FD is up 3.8%. It's not surprising to see these investments trending higher in 2019, given the relative health of the US economy. Now that the market has hit a bump in the road, day traders are looking much more closely at short-term correlations. The portfolio visualizer, daily return correlation matrix for the funds mentioned above, gives traders a rough understanding of how stocks, gold, Bitcoin, and US dollar trade relative to each other on a daily basis, dating back to 2015. The correlation ranges from 1.0 for perfect positive correlation to negative 1.0 for perfect negative correlation. So if we look here, the S&P 500 ETF, there you go, gives its averages. What's that? Again, I don't really fully understand what it's saying here, although these are the correlations, beg your pardon. And then we look at the numbers. The strongest correlation is the negative 0.48 correlation between gold and UUP. What the heck is UUP? Sorry, guys. That's obviously some kind of lingo. That negative correlation makes perfect sense because the higher price for gold goes, the less gold investors will be able to buy for the dollar. In that sense, gold remains a good hedge for investors who fear inflation and or currency war that would devalue the dollar. The GLD also has a slightly negative 0.15 correlation with the SPY as well. Gold tends to trade higher on days where the stock market is weak, but the correlation is small. In other words, gold is not a great hedge for falling stock prices, but it's a good safe haven for preserving value. Everyone knows that obviously gold is a preservation of value. The GBTC correlations also reveal some interesting trends. Bitcoin has almost no correlation to stocks, US dollar, or even gold. So again, it's the difference, I suppose, is having your portfolio, whether you have non-correlated or correlated assets. When we mean correlated, it means sort of they trend with each other. So obviously what it's saying here is Bitcoin has no correlation, which means if the stock market is up and the dollar's up, and let's say gold is up, then Bitcoin might be down. However, when there's a reversal and you've got stocks down, the US dollar is down, and then gold is down, then however Bitcoin's up. So there's no link with that. The good news for Bitcoin buyers is that no correlation means the cryptocurrency trades completely independently from other asset classes, including fiat currencies and stocks. The bad news is that Bitcoin is still extremely volatile, creating high risk for traders even in the short term. The Bitcoin Volatility Index has averaged 5.3 over the last 60 days. Catching Bitcoin in a bad day could easily result in a loss even bigger than a 4% drop. And the winner is the lack of correlation with other assets suggests Bitcoin could have a powerful place in upping the diversification of a long-term investment portfolio. And one of the reasons why I have cryptocurrency for the longer term is it's another way of diversifying what I have. Until volatility in the cryptocurrency market drops dramatically, there is simply too much risk on a day-to-day basis for it to serve as a political practical haven during the periods of dollar and stock market weakness. Now, again, they're saying that in the short term, guys. So if you think over the long term, again, how things will possibly look could be totally different. So I think he's talking here in relation to short term, because if he says here, it says a more powerful place is upping diversification of a long-term investment portfolio. So it seems like, you know, this feedback here is more short-term focused. In the meantime, gold will likely remain the best and most popular hedge against the currency war and a stock market sell-off. So there you have it. Just nailed down Malone. Was that Malone Lave 2-ounce series Queen's Beast? Love it. Very nice. Silver Steeler, how you doing? Silver Wolverine, stock investors have weak mindsets, too wishy-washy. Will Stoker says, "So lemonade. I got to sleep. Cheers, buddy. Take care. Thanks again. It's always great to have you here. Interesting trend between bond markets and precious metals. They both go up again." RPM Limited said 88.22 gold to silver ratio at the minute. Yep, it's not going anywhere. Silver Wolverine, Silver Steel out and going back to sleep until it gets back to 14. Wishful thinking there, Silver Wolverine, in your dreams, buddy. I'm sure when you'd be dreaming tonight, you'd be like, oh yeah, $14 silver. You wake up in the morning and you'd be like, man, I bought silver yesterday. I bought like 100 ounces at $14. Like, and then you were like, where is it? What happened to it? Was that a dream? Did I dream that? That's what you'd be thinking the next day. Silver Wolverine says, I'll still buy Perth Mint, but others not. Silver Steeler says, woke up over 17. I'm going back to sleep. Cheers, buddy. Thanks. The Bitcoiners are wrong, says Jody Rhodes. There we go. So I asked earlier on, as Silver Mac says, I'm ahead on my gold as well. Jeez, awesome. Silver Mac, man, you're doing well. Jody Rhodes says gold. Gold, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. There you go, Silver Stanger. Gold to silver ratio, we spoke about that. Health Papers is interesting trend. Yep, spoke about that. Silver Wolverine, is it tough to make quick decisions in a volatile market? I've been there in the past. That's why I don't do day trading. There you go. Well, especially in crypto. In the crypto space, you have to be very careful. You got to know what you're getting into in regards to potential losses. Know exactly where you want to buy, where you expect to see the market. Follow the charts. Do your best in regards to getting the information out of that, and then make your decision when to buy. DB Stupid says, I've no idea what company is doing now. It was my speculative portfolio back in 2006. I got out stocks in 2008. Stayed hot. Apparently, that's DB Stupid. So Steve says, not feeling well, actually. I'm sorry to hear it. So Steve, I was like that a couple of days back, man, but I still managed to, man, I was sweating there doing the live stream for you guys. But I pulled through it, and I'm feeling a little bit better than I was yesterday. So each day just gets better and better. Heather Donald's asking DB a question there in regards to stocks. Right, so let's go. Let's do another check. Okay, so we've got a red candle there on Bitcoin. Well, another quick turnaround. 11,777 is Bitcoin US dollar. Things that might be primed for a position to smack through that now and create a new high. Otherwise, it might do a double top over here and sell off. Have to wait and see. Litecoin's still holding in there. Let's look at silver. Where is silver now? Right now? Oh, guys, look at this. We might be having another breakout here. 1721, 1723. It is unbelievable what we're seeing here today. I mean, it is. I don't think I've ever seen this in charts ever. But there we go. $17.22. We've broken through that 1720. Gold is hovering at 1507. Jody, just watch the language there, buddy, if you don't mind. Oxy says, hi, Lemmy. How did you get on with that auction? I didn't get it, sadly. Also, there was import charges on it, so I sort of went as high as I could. There was probably someone in the States who bought it, because then there's obviously they're not liable to import charges. I emailed the seller. I said, look, I'm prepared to give you that money if you just post it normally. The guy didn't come back to me, man. Just terrible. I mean, next time I just won't buy from the guy again. The least he can do is say, sorry, I can't, or something like that. He didn't even come back to me, man. Silver Stanger deleted it. Let's have a look. Closing on 5% move in one day. I know, it's absolutely crazy, man. Jody. Oh, right. I said dark, but I came up the other way, man, when I saw it. Silver's on the elevator. Donald, nice also, Oaksy. You? Health Paper says, David, they are a design and manufacturing house for surgical systems. Oaksy88 says, hi, Wolverine. How's it going, mate? You pushed the button on the Queen's and Revenge. That made robotic surgical suites. Not that kind of thing. Not that kind of suite. Or suits. Oh, suits. Right, here we go. Silver, are we going to get another breakout? guys. 1723. We're just knocking on that door there, just to break out again. And don't forget, when we break out, this resistance becomes support. Jeez, for this is a magic day. 1722, 1723. Gold up to 1508. Platinum 867. Okay, platinum's up 1.72%. Gold is up 2.33%. And silver, guys, is up 4.75%. Holy cow! So it's basically doubled. Well, it's doubled the performance on gold. Silver has beaten gold for the day percentage-wise. Can you actually believe that? Man, I tell you what, considering the obviously percentage-wise move, it has done another number on gold. Jeez. Has Trump tweeted, said Jody. The student said, what is cool is that the ISGR didn't get bought out. Oxygen, it says, laugh my hands off winning. Health Bay, do be stupid. That was strange. It would have been a good takeout target. Right, we're tapping on the door here. Let's get a zoom in. Okay, let's check this out, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Right, sorry there, guys. Right, where are we? 1720. Let's check this out. Jody Rhodes says it was Trump's tweet. Our problem is the Federal Reserve that is too proud to admit their mistake of acting too fast and tightening too much. And that I was right. They must cut rates bigger. That's hilarious. Oh man, yeah, you still going? Absolutely, coin collector. I think silver's still going. It's waiting for nobody. Silver Wolverine says, say that again, Silver Limey. Silver beat gold. Yeah, silver beat gold percentage-wise. It did a double number on it. I mean, look at the gain today on silver, 4.6%. Gold, 2.35. Oh, man. Jody says, yeah, there we go. That's the tweet. Oxy8 was says there's a slabbed NGC MS70 year of the dog, Royal Mint at $7.99 with 4 hours to go on eBay. Limey. Well, thanks, Oxy80. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Oh, Will Stoker up to his buying again. Yeah, cool, man. Well, thanks for the tip. I might just check. Maybe there's some kind of heavy postage involved there. There's probably like 50 quid postage or something. But I'll definitely check that out. Thanks for that. Year of the dog. I could call it. I think that's quite a nice one too. If I can get it cheap enough, I'll definitely go for it. DB Stupid says at that time it was an exciting stock, kind of like Tesla was a couple of years ago. So Wolverine, Federal Reserve are idiots. That's not the front doorbell. Well, Wolverine, that was whatever would happen if silver surpassed gold in price. I'd be rolling around my mum's lawn in hysterics. Oh man, could you imagine the silver haters out there? Health Babe says, "Pump, pump, pump! Your action works well so far." I'm just reading the chart. Uh, Donald, New Mexico, not a tip, Limey. Please go and read Trump's tweet. That is from Jody. I can't really look at it right now, Jody, but thanks again. If you want to post it in the comments, copy and paste. Silver Stanger, knock knock, $18. Man, I tell you, what we might see is here, we might just see sort of consistent sort of sideways attempts until we actually pop on through. But looking at the previous resistance levels, it looks pretty sweet until 1750. He's straight out telling the Feds are cut, and they're all and they are wrong. Limey, get the door. Your pallet of silver eagles is here. Oh no! I'll probably buy Britannia's there, Ben. It must be the wrong address. Yeah, Donald's saying hello there as well. Oxy88 says, same seller has a Sherlock Holmes proof 50p as well. I don't normally go for that other stuff there. Maybe Coin Collector might consider something like that. It was called a zombie dog for its ugliness. Not sure if postage is more to Ireland, but it's £6 with $1.99 postage, mate. Oh, thanks very much for that. Does Ireland have a mint? Well, they've got the Dublin mint, but they're not. They're I would say they're. I think they're a private mint. They don't. They seem to just rip people off in regards to what they charge. I don't buy that. Both of them previously, but then I was reading, hang on a sec, yeah, what these guys are charging is ridiculous. But I mean, literally, get these guys. That I think they had some Morgan dollars. They had some Morgan dollars they brought in. I think they sold them for something like, it was something ridiculous, like $50 each. The Morgans that they got in, and how much are Morgans worth? Like 1921 Morgans, guys. Well, like $20, something like that, if even that. Jamison 870 says, I love days when I go outside a few minutes and I'm richer when I come back. Can we keep this up for the rest of my life? That would be good, Jamison. 870, great whiskey too. Jody Rhodes says they must cut rates bigger and faster and stop their ridiculous quantitative tightening now. Man, guys, if this is the way they're going to do things, man, I tell you what, the precious metal market is going to explode. Oxy88 says, what is the seller called? That might be the, was it Gruffalo or something, isn't there? That might be the Gruffalo, Oxy88. Conflict that says Oxy88, what is the seller called? Sorry, Jody Rhodes says, terrible thing to watch, especially when things could be taken care of so easily. We will win anyway, but it'd be too much easier for the Fed to understand, which they don't, that we are competing. DB Stupid says, I had one. It was a real heartbreaker. CEO was a founder, and when the stock got to its first pop, he sold 10% and retired. Really sad. Company could have been great. A great takeout target. 2 secs Coin Collector is obviously going to come back to him there. Hey, Clinton S. It's over 17. I know, it's absolutely crazy, man. Man, you should. It was electric. It's electric here today because we've got platinum up. Platinum's broken out. It's on. Oh, it's broken out of its support trend, but it's sideways. That's interesting. So now we can move that over there. Okay, then we've got gold, which has broken $1,500 an ounce. There you go. That's what we're seeing at the minute. We could see sideways trading a bit here before it pops up again. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And then silver's just magic. $17.20. Like not even 17. Like I would have said earlier, yeah, we're approaching 17, maybe 17.05. You know, we might be in there in that sort of territory. But 17.20 is a heck of a step. Let's have a look. Ben Frank OG says rate cut plus quarter Was it QE4? Buckle up, folks. You got Silver Steeler says, I can get BU Morgan's 1920 for $17 a piece. There you go. Brilliant uncirculated. Well, not sure how because the silver's jumping, but still not much higher. Peter Schiff called the rate cut. Fair play to him. I had a brilliant article yesterday. Peter Schiff was complaining that CNBC is giving too much airtime to Bitcoin. But I was like, well, does gold necessarily need airtime? You know, such a strange one. Native Stacker, how you doing? Silver Limey 79. What a week for silver, man. What a week indeed. Wow, it's been a phenomenal day. I'm gonna have to call it quits soon though. And you guys have been stars, man. And you know, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you all here, joining me with this news today. And I look forward to seeing you all again. I mean, where do we see? Let's do a new prediction for the end of the week. Now that we've broken this $17 level, what are your predictions by Friday? We're currently on, was it Wednesday? Jeepers, losing track of time here. Yeah, Wednesday. What is your prediction by the end of the week? What do you think we're going to be, guys? I am going to put this amount in. What do you think we're going to be at end of the week? Oh, Coin Collector says 1850. Oaksy88 says nearly 20. Okay, I went in with a bit more conservative 1750 look. The reason why I'm thinking that is maybe we're a bit overextended, so we might start seeing some pullbacks. However, I don't know. It depends on if we break out here. But 1750, I think, is a pretty good move in regards to this move here. Let's have a look. We got Donald New Mexico says 1750. Coin Sense and Nonsense says 1710. Jody Rhodes says 1925. Silver Wolverine, I hope 14. Silver Streak 1795. Wow, okay. My C. Clinton, very nice. I need 93.95 to complete my date set. He's collecting Silver Morgans, I believe. Lol, I think it would trade sideways. He said 1730 and 1750. That is Native Stacker. You should give an ounce of silver to whoever's the closest. I'd love to give something away, guys. I think I said I was going to be giving away some crypto soon. So what we might do is we might tie that in with something. So not that Friday is going to be the day, but it may well be. But I'll let you guys know ahead of time. So I will post a community post. So just make sure your bell notifications are all set to maximum warp. Everyone needs to get notified in regards to bells because I will be giving away something. We've got 2 days left, so Jody. Oh, Jody, I'll give you Bitcoin if necessary. It doesn't have to be it doesn't necessarily have to be those. But hopefully silver keeps its momentum going, and we're really resistance level here. So for me, it'll be interesting to see if we're going to break through that this evening. But I guess we'll find out. So everyone's locked in their options. Make a note of it, please. Make a note of your indications for the end of the week, and we'll have a look at that on Friday to see who was the closest. So make a note of where you think the silver is going to end the week at. So make a note of it somewhere, and it would be interesting to see who is the closest. Health Babe says it could get to $18. The Asian market might catch up later on after the closure of the US market. Exactly. We're just going to get this constant cycle of things moving up. So we'll have to wait and see. Well, Health Babe, I have hit my ideal ounce count of silver. So now I'm buying more of what I like. There you go. Awesome, Silver Stanger. Ryland says buy BTC. Hey, Ryland, how you doing? Oh, Rayland, welcome. Conflict says $18.50. That's just make a note of all your indications because I can always come back here. I want a big giant beaver coin with the signature of Monkey Privy. I still don't know what you're talking about, but I guess there probably is some kind of giant beaver coin. Silver rounds better than crypto today. That's Donald from New Mexico. Mudswat, how you doing, Mudswat? Man, what an epic day. You're gonna have to replay the live stream because we're coming to an end here. But guys, I just want to thank everyone again. It's been a fantastic day, man. And look at that. We're still moving. 1722, 1723. Look at that. We've got a nice wick there, guys. Man, I tell you what, this is going to be fantastic if we can edge higher and break out again. This has got to be one of the best days for silver in a very long time. Jody Rose says, I love precious metals. It stops me buying junk. Well, some people classify constitutional silver as junk, so if that's what you mean. Clinton S says, I was just looking at platinum, and man, oh man, it looks pretty. I know it certainly does, man. We had a breakout for platinum here, and it seems to be, it might be, oh no. Oh, there you go. That's that green candle there. That's our resistance level here. So we could be breaking out from that one as well. So platinum's knocking on the door of the next resistance level. Silver is knocking on the door of the next resistance level. And let's look at gold. Gold, well, gold's kind of consolidating at the minute. Not able to breach higher, but there it is, 15, what's that, 1507? So gold is at least up over $1,500. Wow, fantastic news. Health Babe needs to pump above 19, mister. That's so Health Babe can dump. She wants everyone to pump so she can dump. Donald in New Mexico says, hi, all silver away. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure I'm determined to pick up some platinum. That's mud swat. Prune picker. I just sold 35 ounces of silver and feel great. There you go. He's taken the high. Prune picker. When are you thinking of getting back in? Or if you are getting back in? Or are you changing to something else? Jody says, that's what I did today, 3 ounce. Have a good one, Clinton. Cheers, Clinton. All the best. Get out the store, everyone. Have a phenomenal day where you are, Clinton. Take care. Guys, we've had a record number of people watching or listening to this live stream. So I just want to thank you again. It's been an absolute pleasure. We're up to 26, guys, and silver is still moving. 1723.7, 1724. We might be hitting another breakout. 1724. Let's have a look and see what the day's movement for silver has been. Check that one big candle. Oof, explosion with a small wick on top. That's brilliant. Wow. Check that out, guys. Silver is up 78 cents on the day. I've never seen anything like that. Our open was 16.44, and look where we are now. The high of the day, 17.24. We're still pumping. We're still going. You know, with regards to where this wick is, we could still see higher highs again. So great news. I mean, it's just been a fantastic day. I did not expect that hype takes place that soon. Jody Rhodes, that's what she said. Silver's moving. That's Pit Bullion. How you doing, Pit Bullion? Good to see you. Fantastic, man. Don, New Mexico. Thanks, Limey. Thank you all. 23. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out, everybody. And again, thank you all very much for joining me on today's live stream. We had a record number of viewers. We had, I'd have to double check, but we got 25 in here listening right now. Again, big thumbs up to you all out there. I will be giving something away over the next couple of days. So make sure the notification bells are selected. And don't forget to hit the like button. And I'll see you all here tomorrow for hopefully another great day of precious metals. Just want to shout out a few people here. So we've got Donald, New Mexico. Thanks very much. Pit Bullion as well just dropped in. Jody Rhodes, Health Babe, Donald from New Mexico, Silver Stealer, Prune Picker, Mud Swats, Clinton S. I think I said Donald from New Mexico there. And Silver Stealer, Silver Stanger, Native Stacker, Jamison 870. Coin Sense and Nonsense. And we had Raylan as well. Oaksy 88, Silver Wolverine, Native Stacker, Silver Streak. Well, a consistent number of people in the chat. So this is great. Step Stacker, there we go. 1850 silver. That's what he's putting his prediction in. Guys, thanks very much. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Silver lining, 1.77 million contracts was added to the paper market at the open bell. Jeez, that explains that explosion. Pit Bullion says, when I started, it was 27. Wow, man, jeez, you got in really early. I mean, the paper silver market, of course, that's what you meant. Silver Stealer, take care, everybody, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.